What would you do if this is a situation? You just finished building this. Your front steps are here. And your neighbor has built this up against your front steps. What's up, guys? Duckspeed over here. Happy Halloween, depending on when you're watching this. We're filming it a few days before Halloween. But as the title suggests, we have beef with our neighbor. So this is a hot one. You're going to want to stick around. Let's dive right into it. If you're new here, I'm Duckspeed. And we're playing Once Human, a free-to-play open-world survival crafting game. Yeah, that's a lot. But essentially, this is a PvE server. We're playing with other players to collaborate, help each other out. The season just started. It's a new scenario called The Way of Winter. I say just started. It's 2 weeks in. And here we are, right? A lot of people from our old server are in this one, and they're already level 50. My girlfriend and I are at level 30, 35, something like that. I want to give you some context before we jump in, okay? So, little context here. Again, we're PvE. So we're supposed to help each other out, right? That's one. Two, I have not posted any content related to this game, really, right? You'll see my channel has been, historically, if you know me, I'm a Destiny player. I've played Destiny for years. Help do raid carries, help people with different exotic quests, whatever it is. Ran a clan for a long time. Great game. Love that game. Bleed blue for Destiny, right? Then we did some streaming for the First Descendant. I thought maybe that would be the direction we head. I have not been playing as much First Descendant or making as much content there. I'm not sure where we're going to go. But this game, we picked it because we wanted a chill game for my girlfriend and I to play together. I thought she'd like it more than me, and I've really enjoyed this game. So, again, it's got elements of like the Fallout survival series or the Minecraft for building. A lot of crafting, a lot of building, a lot of beating bad bosses. Very cool game. Great job so far, and there's lots of room for improvement, as with most games. But yeah, so we want the chill experience. I'm maxing, not trying to be a Once Human content creator. That's why this video is unique. Because of the situation I'm in, and I want to know what you guys would do if you were in my shoes, okay? So let's go take a look at this territory. So we built this base, okay? My girlfriend and I built this base. And I'm not going to show you the beyond the right side here. I'm not going to show you the front. I'm going to show you from over here. Got like room for a vending machine over here. We've got some, we built into the mountain. That was the idea. Okay. Whoa. Creating content for this game just got interesting. Apparently, either my GPU is dying or, like I said, this game could use some work. Alright, so the game had some kind of graphical error. We're back. Restarted it. Let's go ahead and take a tour of the place so you can kind of get an idea of what we've done so far. And we'll show you the beef we're having with our neighbor. Don't worry, that's coming, right? The girlfriend and I spent around 4 hours, way more than that really, but 4 hours remodeling this place to give it the texture and look and feel kind of like what we want. We're still working on it. There's some things that we still need to change, like these rails and stuff we're still working on. But here we are. We've got like this open area. This is kind of like a library. No real function there. But as we get higher up, this is going to be production. These are super refineries for our fuel. If you need hooked up on fuel, you let me know. We've got one furnace here because I don't really need more than one at the moment. We've got the other location we have. And then the disassembly bench. If I need to disassemble things, easy. Then we have this gallery. So we're going to come back to this. I want to show you what this looked like when we first moved in. So you have that for context as well. But we'll come back to this. You've got this up here. This is the bar area, which is where I'm going to put my brewery, or brewing barrels, rather. And then we've got the upstairs. This is going to be like the bedroom living area, right? You've got some small crates, and you've got some stuff here, little bath area. Okay, so this is what we stayed up, build. Oh, and then you've got this thing. This is like my power for power generators. And I try to hide stuff, right? So I try to make it where you don't see all the water pumps in here. You don't see all the tanks and wires. You don't see. I want it to look nice for the neighbors. They've done a really good job for the most part, and I don't want to be an eyesore, right? So my neighbor to the left, you're going to be able to see him. This neighbor here to the left, they built a real nice place. When I moved in, I was like, I felt bad because I didn't have all this unlocked yet, and it was just bare wood. And I'm like, I don't want it to look terrible and then be like, oh, that's annoying. I had this mountainside property, and now somebody else is doing the same thing. This is the intention I had when I was looking for this, was find a mountain in a polluted area for fuel, for stardust, for acid, right? Like this, that's what we wanted. Right, as all people do. Oh, well, let's go back to this picture. You guys can kind of get an idea of what it looked like when I found it. And right off the rip, things are kind of interesting here. So these pictures, this was when I first moved in, the look, right? The wood, and there's the bathtub. And it looks like we're right up against this neighbor, but you can see the space that they have. It's a pretty good amount of space. And here's where we're at now, right? So here's Ink and I at the fire enjoying our aesthetically pleasing place. It looks better to us. Here's what it started as. This is where the whole neighbor dispute. I guess we're not playing Once Human Simulator, or not Once Human, rather, we're playing Neighbor Simulator, where we've got these neighbors. I thought this guy, I was really worried about this guy. I wanted to give him as much space as possible, but you can only go so many places. There was this small camp right here. I couldn't go anymore to the left. Small camp there. Then you have this guy right here. You had another small camp. You can kind of see it right there. Couldn't go to the right. All the mountain to the right was taken. This was the only spot on the mountain I could place the tower at, the territory. And I built it so that the bottom, I needed as little of the bottom of it as possible. You need a staircase to get up. I built a staircase on this side and a staircase on this side. That way, this man in his territory can have as much space as needed. I'm going to show you his property line, but this is the neighbor in question. Okay. So I never thought this guy would be an issue or have an issue with us. But right away, I move in, I make this sign right over here that says, the sign you saw earlier that says Happy Halloween. I put a sign up that said, hi, just moved in. And I saw the neighbor below me that you just looked at. I saw them in world chat trying to make trades, and I messaged them in the world chat and I said, hey, we definitely need to set up some trades sometime eventually or soon. Because, so that sign right there said, instead of Happy Halloween, it said, I just moved in. We need to set up trades because I'm your new neighbor. And happy to help. Look forward to helping each other out, right? And he responded by sending me a friend request, which I accepted. He sent me a friend request. And I sent him a private message. He had already sent me one saying, what memetics do you have to trade? What specializations? And that's where I was like, oh, I mean, I'd love to trade now, but I really can't, especially if that's what you're looking for. So I told him, look, we're lower level at the moment. We're level at the time 25, 30. We are going to unlock everything, but we haven't locked in any decisions on what specializations we're going to use because those are all RNG based. You don't know what you're going to get. And I didn't want to build into something that wouldn't make sense, right? So a lot of people are level 50 and already have all that, which he is or was. And so I told him, like, as soon as we do get there, I'll let you know. But I'd be happy to trade whatever in the meantime, what we do have. And he's like, oh, it's all good. Let me know. Cool. So a couple days goes by. We spend all the time doing this, which you see here, right? And we take it from 0 to hero, if you will. Try to apply some pleasing aesthetics. We finished at 2 a.m. in the morning, Ink and I, doing all this work. And we were like, all right, let's go admire our work. And we went to jump down. And when we jumped down, our neighbor was there and he had been watching us build it. Which I'm not saying he was just standing there watching the whole time. I'm sure he was doing whatever production stuff he needed to do in craft. But he was down there. And so we start jumping and he jumps and we do the emote wave, right? Like that's the neighborly thing to do. Like, hey, what's up? What's up, bro? And Inked signed off. My girlfriend signed off and she's like, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. And I was like, oh, dang. Well, you had the canned seafood and oil, which helps us mine in this area. It's a rare material or a rare recipe that is needed. I was going to give this man like as a just moved in gift, quote unquote, doing air quotes, that canned seafood. I'll give it to him in the morning. So I waved to him and I signed off too. Then in the morning, help me out, throw a timestamp down below. This is what we wake up to. What would you do if this is a situation? You just finished building this. Your front steps are here. And your neighbor has built this up against your front steps. Like, he's changed it. This is new as of today. There used to be, this was all filled in right here up against the front steps. Now I play devil's advocate, so I'm like, maybe he had to build this here. Maybe he didn't have room on the other side of his territory. Maybe, he has the right to build up to his property line. Why not? Right? But there's ways about it. You can do it. This was not very demure, not very mindful. Right? And this is new. So this building here was here yesterday. I let it simmer and I'm like, maybe he'll move it. No, he didn't. Of course not. Why would he do that? Here's his normal property, if you will. That one right there. That was on the ground level. It's no longer on ground level. And I'll show you what he did to that too, which is kind of interesting. But he built this so that it's like right up against, as high as he can go, right? Right up against this. I did send him a message. I posted in our Discord that we're in. I asked people, what would you do? Like, and I'm happy to share what they said in another video. But ultimately, I was going to play it the way I would normally play it, which is I'm a nice dude. I don't really care too much per se. Like, I can still access this. It is annoying. It's rude, right? But I could still access it, and I had room on the other side. I'm like, whatever. It's PvE. I'm not going to go to the war with this guy. So the message I sent him was like, hey, man, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's okay? Question mark. Like, are you upset? My girlfriend and I, we stopped by to say, hey, yesterday we waved after we were done building. And I came by to drop off. I thought it'd be funny to drop off canned seafood and oil today to help you out with mining. And when I logged in, I saw you had built up against the front of our base. If we did something to offend you, I'm sorry. Let me know. Well, he didn't respond. His response, this is 24 hours later. Fast forward to now. He builds this. These are my water pumps here. And I've tried to like hide them, which I'm going to actually do an even better job. I'm going to stick them down lower and hide them so they can still function. But he's gone above and beyond, deliberately and intentionally, same thing, to try and block my access to these. Right? This is the property line. This little white line here. Sorry for guys. This is the property line. You can see that he's crossed over the line. It shouldn't let you, but sometimes it does. He's placed things so that it's on this side. He's going up to the very edge. Now his property line, it's all the way out there. Could he build there? Absolutely he could. Does he have to? No. No, he has the right to build here. But should he? I mean, considering we've been here, you saw the picture, what it looked like. This guy over here, he owns this tower. Owns it, right? He built it. And when that went up, I was like, hey, I'm happy to make donations. I'm not going to request access. And only 8 people can access it. But if you want me to make donations or contribute to, let's get this thing going. I'm happy to do that. No response there. This guy is doing this. Let's go look at... Oh yeah, it's all glass. I think the reason he removed The, I can't even make it over there. The bricks that he had right here is because he has too many structures. He's probably hit the max. Look at how many he's put up that are kind of like unnecessary. He's blocked everything off. There's no door. There's no access. His door here, he has his vending machine, but his door here to get in, this is all glass. You can't go in any of this. He's surrounded his own facility and he's raised it off the ground and basically like rebuilt. His only way in is if he goes into build mode, right? I say he, I don't know. It may not, it may be she. You hear me say man, dude, and I'm this person. They don't have the ability to access their own house unless they go into build mode and take this down. They'd have to like remove these walls and then give themselves access. There's no access up top. Kind of crazy, right? Kind of wild. PvE server. What would you do? This is the part of the video where I want you to comment down below. What would you do? You wake up. This is your neighbor. I mean, the options are probably limited anyway, right? Do you care? Do you not care? You send them another message. You go to war with them. Are you like, okay, that's it. I'm going to bring in all my buddies and we're going to build around you, right? Do you report them? Do you, what would you do? I'm curious. Let me know down below. I'm happy to make a follow-up to this video. And give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. Duckspeed out.